Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a seismic shift happening in the AI coding world. You've probably heard the whispers, seen the Reddit threads, but is DeepSeek AI really about to dethrone the reigning champ ChatGPT? I've spent weeks testing, benchmarking, and digging through the data, and what I found is going to blow your mind. If you're a developer, a student, or just an AI fanatic looking for the next big thing, you're in the right place. We're going to break down everything from the core architecture to real-world coding challenges, costs, and the hidden drawbacks you need to know about. By the end of this video, you'll know if DeepSeek is truly the new king of code and whether it is time for you to make the switch. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about what's under the hood. Why is DeepSeek suddenly so efficient? It all comes down to architecture. ChatGPT, powered by OpenAI's incredible GPT-4o, is what we call a dense model. Think of it as an all-star athlete who tries to play every position on the field at once. It's powerful, versatile, and great for general tasks, but it uses a massive amount of energy, or in this case, computational resources for every single thing it does. Now, enter DeepSeek. It uses a clever approach called Mixture of Experts, or MO. Instead of one giant brain doing all the work, DeepSeek has a team of specialized experts. When you give it a coding problem, it intelligently selects only the most relevant experts for that specific task. This means it's not only faster but also incredibly resource efficient. We're talking up to twice the speed and a staggering 94% cheaper operational cost in some scenarios. Plus, it's trained on a massive 6 trillion tokens, with a huge portion of that being pure code. It's not just a generalist that can code. It's a coding specialist from the ground up. Alright, let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the benchmarks. Hype is one thing, but numbers don't lie. I've compiled data from some of the toughest tests out there as WE-bench for real-world software engineering, HumanEval for problem-solving, and even competitive programming sites like Codeforces. Let's look at HumanEval and MBPP, two key benchmarks for code generation. DeepSeek consistently hits over 90% accuracy, while even the mighty GPT-4o hovers around the 83 to 85% mark. That's a significant lead. But the real shocker is SWE-bench. This benchmark tests an AI's ability to solve real GitHub issues in complex codebases. The latest DeepSeek model scored an incredible 74%, absolutely crushing its competitors. For context, that's a level of performance many thought we wouldn't see for years. It's not just writing snippets. It's acting like a junior developer, understanding entire projects, and fixing bugs autonomously. Now, benchmarks are great, but how do these models perform in the real world? That's what really matters. I threw a series of practical coding challenges at both DeepSeek and ChatGPT to see how they handle tasks you and I face every day. First up, I asked them to build a simple web scraper using Python, complete with error handling and data export to a CSV file. ChatGPT gave me a solid functional script pretty quickly. It worked, but it was basic. DeepSeek, on the other hand, not only generated the code, but also added comments explaining each step, included more robust error checking for network issues, and even suggested optimizations for handling larger websites. It felt less like a code generator and more like a senior developer doing a code review. Next, I gave them a real bug from one of my old projects, a tricky asynchronous issue in a JavaScript application. ChatGPT struggled. It gave me a few generic suggestions but couldn't pinpoint the race condition. DeepSeek, after I provided the relevant files, analyzed the code flow, and correctly identified the problematic promise chain. It then provided a refactored version using a sync await that solved the bug. The difference was night and day. DeepSeek's ability to understand context across multiple files is where it truly shines for complex debugging. Okay, let's talk about the practical stuff. Cost and accessibility. This is where things get really interesting, especially if you're a student, an indie dev, or part of a startup. OpenAI's pricing for its API, while powerful, can add up quickly. Using GPT-4o for intensive coding tasks or large-scale projects can become a significant expense. DeepSeek, on the other hand, is playing a completely different game. Their API pricing is disruptively low. We're talking fractions of a cent for tasks that would cost significantly more on other platforms. This isn't just about saving a few bucks. It democratizes access to state-of-the-art AI. It means a solo developer can now afford to build an AI-powered application that would have been financially out of reach just a year ago. Plus, DeepSeek offers a very generous free tier for its web interface, which is perfect for daily coding assistance without worrying about hitting a paywall. This aggressive pricing strategy is a clear signal. They want to get this tool into the hands of as many developers as possible. And it's a game changer for the entire ecosystem. So is DeepSeek perfect? Is it time to completely abandon ChatGPT? Not so fast. No tool is without its flaws, and it's crucial to understand the trade-offs. While DeepSeek is a coding powerhouse, its general knowledge and conversational abilities aren't quite on par with ChatGPT 4.0. You need an AI for creative writing, brainstorming marketing copy, or just having a nuanced conversation. ChatGPT still holds the crown. Its polish and versatility are undeniable. Another point to consider is the ecosystem. OpenAI has a massive head start with a vast library of plugins, integrations, and a huge community. Finding tutorials and support for ChatGPT is incredibly easy. DeepSeek is newer, and while its community is growing rapidly, the ecosystem is still in its early stages. You might have to do a bit more digging to find solutions to niche problems. So here's my verdict. For pure coding, debugging, and software development tasks, DeepSeek is the new champion. Its speed, accuracy, and cost-effectiveness are simply unmatched right now. It represents a specialized tool that does one job exceptionally well. However, for an all-in-one, versatile AI assistant, ChatGPT remains an incredibly strong and reliable choice. My advice? Don't think of it as a replacement, but as an addition to your toolkit. Use DeepSeek for your heavy-lifting coding sessions and keep ChatGPT for brainstorming, writing documentation, and general-purpose tasks. The future of productivity isn't about one AI to rule them all. It's about using the right tool for the right job. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into DeepSeek versus ChatGPT. It's an exciting time to be in the world of AI, with new innovations pushing the boundaries of what's possible every single day. The competition is fierce, and that's fantastic news for all of us, as it drives progress and gives us more powerful tools to build amazing things. What do you think? Have you tried DeepSeek for your coding projects? Let me know your experience in the comments below. I read every single one. If you found this video helpful and want to stay ahead of the curve on all things AI, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world and helps us create more content just like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.